Hey guys, Rob here. So this is going to be my last video with my current pedal set. So as some of you may know from community post, I had ordered a set of VRS DirectForce Pro Pedals, and this is going to be the last video I'm making with my Fanatec Clubsport V3s. So the way this video is going to start off is we'll do kind of an unboxing. I'll look at the new pedals. Then we'll do a little installation, right? And that's how it's going to start. And then we'll go into, do pedals actually make you faster on their own? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in a car I don't normally drive, on a track I don't normally drive. And I'm going to pick a car and track on iRacing, and I'm also going to pick a car and track on Le Mans Ultimate. And what we'll do is after that, I'll do some laps in each car, probably 10 laps in each car on each service. I might do on iRacing, I might do 2 cars, I might do an open wheel car too, just for context. And, you know, we'll see, do my lap time to improve. Now, there's a lot of adjustability with the VRS pedals in both the pedal itself or pedal set itself, as well as in the VRS software. So I'm going to do this with baseline setups. So it's just the car as it is, baseline on the track with similar weather conditions, similar air temperature and all that stuff. So let's get into it. Like I said, we're going to start off with the unboxing. Oh, and if you're into sim racing, doesn't matter what title it is. Damn it, can never remember which way to go. Nope, this way. There it is. Sim Racer United, link is down in the description as always. And if you want a hat, hit up my wife at Trendy Creations. Link will be down in the description. Also making t-shirts too. Not wearing one of them right now. So yeah, let's get into this. All right, so we're going to jump into a race weekend. So it's going to be a car I don't normally drive, so what track? I want to do a track that's in both iRacing and Le Mans Ultimate. So track I don't normally drive, that's in both. You know, that's hard because I've been racing all of them. I really don't like Fuji. I think at Imola. Yeah, we'll do Imola. And we're going to do Imola in BMW. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do Imola in the BMW. I want to do a screenshot of the weather, so that way once I get the pedals swapped over, we can keep the weather the same. So a screenshot of the weather, and yeah, let's jump in the car. Like I said, I'm going to keep it with baseline settings. I'm not going to add a setup to the car. And if anybody's seen me at the Sim Racing Expo, this is more than likely the hat I was wearing. So we'll do setup. Now for this, we'll run the Coach Dave setup. I mean, the regular in-game Coach Dave setup, not a custom setup from here. We're not going to run one of these. It's going to be this one. So probably going to do 10 laps. God, I hate this car. Old tires. Should have turned the tire warmers on. Yeah, let's go turn the tire warmers back on. This car and its welded rear diff. Oh, I just realized we don't have crew chief running. So nobody yell at me.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Loading crew chief.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Thought something was missing.
It'll polish out, mate. Forget about it.
I am so not used to driving this car. Alright guys, I'm not going to bore you with doing a whole 10 laps in each of these scenarios, so I'm going to skip ahead to the fastest lap in this session, and in this particular session it was lap 7.
right, Rob. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
All right, guys, so another thing I did was I used Coach Dave Delta app for all the runs, so that way, data-wise, it's consistent across the board. I'm going to say right now, when I did the run after swapping to the VRS pedals on iRacing, I didn't realize I did not have Coach Dave Delta running. So when we get to that one, that run that's going to be recorded or in this video is only 6 laps long because I had to do that run twice. At that time, it became, can I beat my best time in 10 laps or less? And like I said, it's only about 6 laps long. I did beat the time, but then I spun the car out on the following lap and used active reset. Another thing is, if I use active reset on iRacing, I extended it by how many laps were actively reset. So if I did active reset twice in that session, then I went to lap 12. All right, so let's jump over to iRacing and see how that goes. All right, so we're gonna change car. BMW. Pre-course. I want it a little bit cooler, but whatever. Let's go baseline. Yeah, not going to worry about that. I really don't like this car. This also shows the differences between the LMU's latest scan versus iRacing's older scan of Imola. I really wish iRacing would redo. Well, they are redoing all their tracks. They are rescanning as many tracks as they can and updating them. Yeah, I'll throw a screenshot of the dev blog for season 3 and at some point. So yeah, they are updating tracks. I think the first one, well, the next one being done, I believe, is Laguna Seca. So it'll be interesting to see how that track looks after the scan. So while we're on the subject of tracks, in the miscellaneous updates in the dev blog, they are announcing that they will be adding Circuit Bugatti from Le Mans in, and they've already completed full rescans of Mid-Ohio, Road America, and Milwaukee. And they are working on the production of those for the sim. And they're also saying that next month they're going to finish up scanning, or they're going to scan Paul Ricard. Me personally, I wish that was Bahrain circuit because I think it's a better track for racing, but that's my own personal opinion. And you know, much like rear ends, everybody has one. So that's that. Yeah, let's get on with this. We're going to skip ahead to lap 11. Yes, I said lap 11. I did say I was only going to do 10 laps on each one, but as I said previously, if I use active reset, I will add another lap because I won't count the lap where I had to use active reset. So let's skip ahead.
145.22. You're now 0.36. Slower than your best.
Are getting too late. Now I can carry more speed through there. All right, so that brings us to 144.841 on that lap, and yeah. So for the next two, or with the VRS pedals, we're going to skip ahead and just go straight to the fastest laps. The track conditions are the same on both. Let's see something here. Sessions. Yeah, F4. The last session. All saying good. Now, what was my fastest time before? 140. Is that 145 or 146? 146. Kill race labs. The time to beat is 146.
Okay, Rob. There's a faster class car approaching. Track limits. Keep it within the lines.
And that got us a 145.542 with an average lap of 148.328. So overall, there is an improvement. Not a huge improvement over the average lap time, but there is an improvement. The technical issue is Coach Dave Delta was not recording for whatever reason. And I'm going to use Delta, so everything's the same between LMU and iRacing. So as we can see, the new best time is 143.9. Best time before that was a 144. All right, full transparency here. This is my second run with this car with the VRS pedals. The first run, some idiot did not have Coach Dave Delta running while he was doing those laps. So there's no data for those laps. So I had to do it again. So what I did was I waited a few hours before doing it, so that way it was like going in fresh as if I was doing it for the first time again. So we're going to skip ahead to lap 6. I think was the fastest lap in this session.
Your last lap time was a 143.82. That's your quickest lap in this session.
I better a little more patient.
That was a 143.58. Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
All right, so that was a 143.584. So let's go and look at the actual data and get out of this session, because honestly, on this lap, not gonna lie, I crashed the car. All right, so we don't need to see me crashing a car exiting Tosa. So let's look at some data and see what's changed. So we'll go into sessions where Coach Dave Delta app. I used Delta to get a one-to-one comparison as far as data goes between the two titles. So here is my session with the Fanatec pedals. All right, 146.087 was my fastest lap time. So if we go over here to data, let me move this out of the way, put that up there. And let's break this down by sector, right? So the gold is the reference lap. Everything else is mine. So here we can see I'm slower than the reference, but my braking is way different than the reference. Also, I'm off the throttle sooner here in sector, going into turn 1. No, yeah, going into turn 1. So that's that. Similar thing here. I'm kind of used to iRacing, so we try not to go into ABS, but Le Mans Ultimate, you kind of want to go into ABS. I need to break this habit of not going into ABS. They do here. Which corner is this? Well, that's the corner before Variante Alta, which is, I believe, this one here. Alright, so that's Sector 2. Sector 3, kind of similar, but I'm off the throttle way soon. Alright, so that's my data for LMU with my Fanatec pedals. Let's go back to sessions. Let's see if anything's changed. Wait for it to load. So ran a 145.5. Data. Same thing here. Just back up here. Sector 1. If you notice, I'm nowhere near into the ABS here. I'm still off the throttle early, but nowhere near into the ABS. There's virtually no throttle to brake overlap. I mean, it's still a little bit, but not like it used to be. The red is brake, green is throttle. But yeah. I think I'm being called by a cute little puppy over here. So used even less brake gear. But look at how nice and controlled the braking inputs are compared to what I was getting with the Fanatec pedals. Everything looks a lot smoother. So we can go back. Wrong button, we're up. Go into iRacing. Oh, look at that, 143. This is I don't remember which one this is. Oh, this is after. Where's the before? This one, 144. 144.8. Let's go look this up here. That's Sector 1. You see how it's not really trailing off. I'm not holding pressure here. How peaky the brake input is. And then we're really messed up on the release. Real high peak again. We went into ABS here. And other corner where you want to have a nice smooth brake input. So yeah, it's the iRacing with the Fanatec Clubsport pedals. Oh, let's see. Mind you, this is like first day using these pedals. I'm not used to how they feel yet. Not used to using shoes either. But the peakiness is not here. We're holding pressure a little more consistent. And here we got the peaks. But look, we're actually trailing off. We're not dropping and ramping the brake pressure up and down like before. And here we're almost holding nice and steady. Nice and steady compared to before. So, can pedals make a difference? I think so. Let's take a look at... So I guess at the end of the day, yes, equipment can make a difference, but at the same time, so can more practice, more driver confidence. I will say this, these new pedals give me more confidence to know what I'm doing on the brake, as well as getting on the throttle. The throttle application is so much smoother. There's no sticking like I was getting with my Fanatec, with my V3s. So improvement with the pedals not being fully dialed in yet. Yes. So does that mean I'm going to get faster with them? Maybe. We still have a skill issue. All right, guys. So long story short, can hardware make a difference? Absolutely. But at the same time, more practice time, more track familiarity, as well as car familiarity will make a difference as well. My overall experience is the VRS pedals give me more confidence. I think I said that already. And with that comes faster lap time. So there is something to be said for better hardware. Hardware can make you faster. Hardware can also hold you back. Like I was nervous about getting on the brakes at times. I mean, on the throttle at times, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to control my throttle input, or if I was going to have to go like 50% and then release and slam the pedal down again, which is what I had to do with the Fanatec V3s. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped you in any way, if you're thinking about buying VRS DirectForce Pro pedals, they are amazing. They feel great. Like I said previously in this video, they are not dialed into my driving style yet. I don't have them fully adjusted. I did try to do an IMSA race, bailed out on it because my hip was starting to bother me because I have to move the pedal over. Unfortunately, I can't move it over far enough because I have to elongate 2 holes on my pedal plate to do so. I don't have the equipment to do it properly here at the house, so I do have to bring it to a friend of mine's shop to do it there. I'll take having to modify my pedal plate for a good set of pedals over. Look, I'm not going to knock the Clubsport V3s. They served me well for their time. All right, so why did I buy them? They were supposed to be really good pedal set from Fanatec, and at the time I was going to buy a DD Extreme. Unfortunately, issues with Fanatec. I'm not going to get into that. That's for another time, another discussion. But anyway, again, if this video helps you in any way, I would highly recommend these pedals to anybody. If you don't need them right away, wait until later this year. All right, it's 2020. We're May 2026. Actually, no, today's June 1st when I'm doing the final edit on this. 2026, June 1st, 2026. But they're supposed to be released either later this year or first quarter next year. So if you can wait, get the V2s. The V2s feel even better. All right, so with that, do me a favor, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your pedal choice. And also, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Also, don't forget, if you want custom hats, I forgot to put mine back on. If you want a hat with your own logo on it, my wife does custom orders. Trendy Creations. QR code will be on the screen. She does t-shirts, hats, mugs, tote bags, whatever just about anything you want, she can do. Yeah, so check her out. And also, if you're into sim racing, doesn't matter what the title is, join us on Discord at Sim Races United. Link will be down in the description as always. Maybe I should get a QR code for that too. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.